Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for joining me. I hope everybody had a wonderful day. We are back in some more XCOM 2, and I think I finally figured it out. The mission that we failed on, what, 3 times last night? I was still kind of playing it like I was overpowered at the end of XCOM Enemy Within, and so I was taking all kinds of risks and stuff. So I took some time, and I practiced a little bit, and I thought about it, and I think I finally nailed down that mission. I've also installed a couple of mods from the Steam Workshop, so we'll see how they go, and I'll show you to them here in just a second. So let's get back in the game. First thing you'll notice is the unit flag now has some more information on it. We can see the damage range, like the base damage range that a unit is going to do, their base aim, their base movement, and their health in actual numbers. So you can see Midori here, like you can actually see her name. She does an average of 3 to 5 damage, has 65% base chance to hit, 12 space mobility, and 5 out of 5 health. And then Stephanie here, 4 to 6, all that kind of stuff. The other thing that it does is it adds that same thing to our enemies. I've actually got 2 mods here. This one that provides all this information. It's just called Additional Icons by GrimyBunyip. You can find it on the Steam Workshop. I put the notes down in the description. There's also another one called Gank, which is supposed to, if we, and I can't do it right now because I've already almost finished this turn. But normally, let's see if I can, yeah. So normally when you move to a place where you can't see somebody, you can see the icon right up here. The little targeting icon plus disappear and reappear depending on whether we can hit it. So now if we move to a place, of course she can't quite get there, but if we move to a place where we're actually be flanking it, that should turn yellow for us to be able to see it. So this is the only enemy left on the map. She's only got a 45% chance to hit him, and she's already moved. So I'm just going to overwatch here. He's going to run up, take an overwatch shot, and get missed.
It's still moving!
But I have a solution for that, and that is this lovely little flashbang here.
Better close your eyes!
That'll take care of his overwatch, and allow some of our troops to move in. There we go. So you can see Sugar Shack, or Sally Turner here. When we get up to here, we would actually be flanking him. And you can see the icon turn yellow, letting us know that we'll have the flank. But she doesn't quite have enough movement to get to a place where she can flank and get that shot. She can't either. Nobody can. And I am out of grenades.
I'll give it a shot.
Forget what this does. See if that can give us a bonus. Doubtful, but 43%. Disorient would be good, but it's not worth it. Eventually we'll be hacking these towers, because our hack score will be high enough on a specialist. I also fixed the audio. I turned it down a little bit. The new headphones I'm using are a little less powerful. They provide a better sound, but they're a little less powerful, so it's harder to hear things sometimes. I can just take a couple of shots at him. We got 3 people with roughly 50% chance to hit. We'll start with the 52 as the highest. Nope.
Target's still up! Running dry on ammo!
Yeah, I know. 55. I don't really want to move in, because I don't want to jinx this. Oh, and there we go.
No
And that should be the
longer a
end of this
threat.
mission, finally.
Status confirmed. All hostiles are down and the area is secure. Status confirmed. Mission accomplished.
Flawless. Nobody took any damage. I did blow up a bunch of things, so, you can see by the burning wreckage here that I managed to blow up a ton of stuff. But we got 6 out of 6, nobody got wounded, nobody got killed, and we recovered the thing in 8 turns. So we can finally get going with the rest of the game. Oh, they got better. Most under fire. Nobody had a chance to fire back because I killed them all turn I revealed, which is always good. So that was Operation Shambling Corpse. This is taking a while to load. There we go. I also got 2 good promotions out of that, so we'll see what we come up
We really put a hurt on the aliens this time, Commander. They won't forget it.
with. Got 3 promotions.
Just like it sounds, our sharpshooters engage enemy targets with pinpoint accuracy from extreme range. They're also trained in pistol marksmanship for the occasional close encounter.
Okay, so the sharpshooter is the replacement for the sniper. And they come with squad sight as their very first thing, which is just beautiful. And they can go down either a sniper line, where they focus on the sniper rifle, but they also have this fun gunslinger line, which focuses on using this sidearm, which I put to amazing use my first time through. It was just... I love the gunslingers. It takes them a while to get going, but they would work more like a squad sight, or not a squad sight, a snapshot sniper would in Enemy Within. I never showed one of those, but they gave me the option to like move and shoot and some free action stuff. They're really cool. Sugar shot here. We got another grenadier. That's nice. And then our specialist leveled up too, so now we can decide whether we're going to go battle medic or combat hacker. So we come up with combat protocol here. There's 2 charges, upgrading. Send the gremlin to an enemy to jolt them, dealing guaranteed damage, which is increased against robotic enemies. So that could be good to deal lethal damage when you just need to put a little bit more on there without blowing somebody up and using a grenade. The other option is medical protocol, which I absolutely need up front, which I'll read as soon as it cycles back. There it goes. Gremlin can perform healing actions remotely. Gremlin healing, Gremlin stabilize. Gremlin has a single charge. If a medkit is equipped, the Gremlin will gain an additional charge. So just by holding the medkit like she was doing before, we now have 2 chances to heal somebody remotely, which is huge. Like before, we had to like finagle people together, get them right next to each other, but I'm just gonna take that right back. All right, that's our team. The 1 health missing here is because we, leveled them up and they got 1 extra health. Let's see, we picked up a laser sight, an expanded magazine, an delirium core, 2 sectoid corpses, 3 trooper corpses, and an officer corpse.
Now that we've got some help, we can start clearing out the old equipment and debris from the ship to make room for new facilities.
Alright, so this is our engineer that we acquired from going on that mission, Emily Rice. I also like how our engineers and scientists now have names. Which is fun because we're not going to get quite as many. Like I think at the end of Enemy Within we had almost 100 engineers and slightly less scientists, and they were just massive amounts. So here they're actually quite limited. If we break 20 of each, we're doing excellent. So this is the new strategy layer in the base, because it's a ship instead of a secret underground lair. Space is a little more limited. So we have...
To clear out these rooms, first we'll need to assign an engineer to the task. Once we start getting into the far reaches of the ship, it's going to take more time and manpower to make space for new facilities.
Yep. That's not the one that I wanted to do, but I can always stop it. So now in order to clear things out, we don't spend supplies. We actually assign somebody to clear it out.
Looks good to me. Just give the word and we'll get started, Commander.
and then we can actually get stuff back. So we're clearing like a bunch of alien debris and stuff.
Excavation is underway, Commander, but it's going to take some time to get all that stuff cleared out.
Commander, we have a secure transmission coming through. Source unknown. Patching it through to your quarters.
Alright, well, I guess we'll go check that out.
Hello, Commander. The council you once knew is no more. Its membership have all sworn loyalty to the Advent administration, with one exception. It is good to see you again. In the days since your capture, I have done all I can to aid the Resistance from the inside. It was these Resistance operatives that provided the intel leading to your recent extraction. As of now, Resistance forces are currently somewhat disorganized. If we are to defeat Advent and their alien masters, you must change this before it is too late. What you are seeing are classified reports of missing civilians from across the world. Their numbers are growing. We suspect they have been taken to a nearby Advent black site, though its exact location remains unknown. Time is short, Commander. We need you to take charge of Resistance operations throughout the world. Establish contact with the local cells and bring them into the fold. Find this black site and shut it down. Save our world. The clock is ticking. Good luck, Commander.
Looks like we better get started, Commander. I'll be on the bridge when you're ready.
Alright, so that was the council spokesman from Enemy Within. It's good to know he's still willing to help us. I guess we're going right back into other stuff.
Commander, our current position is here, just outside Resistance headquarters. When we're not on the move, this will serve as our home and our source of supplies. The Councilman has tracked the alien black site to this region. Unfortunately, we don't have its exact coordinates yet. If we're going to have any chance of finding this facility, we'll need to make contact with the local Resistance cell nearby. Tygan has a theory about how we might reach out to them without getting the aliens' attention, but we'll need to give him time to conduct his research. We shouldn't wait too long on that, Commander. We have to start making contact with other regions soon if we're going to build a global resistance and take on Advent.
New objective added.
Alright, new objectives are to make contact with local resistance in the Black Site region in order to gain access to the Advent facility. So we need to research resistance communications, fly to the Black Site region, and make contact.
Looks like you won't have time for that just yet, though. Remote reconnaissance may have found something not far from our current position.
Alright, so this is a rumor from the Resistance. After our recent success, members of the Resistance in the western U.S. have brought us reports of activity that we may want to investigate. So these things are going to pop up and give us something to do while we're scanning. So like in the past where we just go to the globe and hit, scan or whatever and just wait. This gives us something to do and something to work towards. So if we go over here, it's going to take us about 7 days to investigate this. And our reward is some unknown amount of supplies.
Avenger plotting new course.
Commander, while we're waiting for new missions or the completion of our research, we can pass time by scanning at sites like this one. On your order, we'll start our scans of the surrounding area.
Alright, and so instead of like countries, we now have like regions, and they're just divided up all over the place. And there was a way to toggle that, but I guess it's not working right now. So now, like things like this, we fly the Avenger to it, and then we have to scan them.
I have made a number of interesting discoveries, Commander.
Alright, looks like modular weapons is done, which is amazing. Which gives us new research available, magnetic weapons, and some more weapon upgrades. modular weapons gives us the ability, researching the Advent modular weapons has allowed us to reverse engineer their system for our own use. Any weapon upgrades found in the field, like that laser sight and other stuff that we found before, can now be attached directly to our squad's weapons to provide tactical bonuses, which is great. So we have a bunch of other stuff. We could go into magnetic weapons, but that's going to take a month. I think my next step that I want to do, it's only going to take 3 days, is to go into hybrid materials. And then we'll go into resistance communications. Because I want to be able to get upgrades for my squad.
I had assumed you'd make that research a priority, Commander. I'll notify you as soon as the report is available. I certainly admire the courage and tenacity displayed by our troops in the field. They face a well-armed, well-trained enemy, and yet they never waver in their loyalty to the cause.
Just give the word and I'll get started, Commander.
Okay.
There's room for us to expand our facilities on board the Avenger, Commander, but we'll need more engineers to clear out space for construction first.
Okay, so now this is our, this is our new base, like where we would actually build facilities and stuff. So we have alien debris. We have alien machinery, which provide more supplies, but also some bonuses to some of the stuff that we would put on it. And then exposed power cells. So these, when you build, if you build a building on it, it doesn't take up any power. But if you build a power cell, like a power generator, on top of it, it gives you bonus power. This is actually really bad, having these both way down at the bottom like this. That's going to take us forever to get down there. Because right now we've only got one engineer. And the further we go down, the more engineers it takes, and the more time it takes. So this is really bad. This is okay, and I wish I would have known that beforehand, because I would have started here and then moved down. But can't really do anything until that finishes. Can't really build anything extra. We haven't researched anything.
As far
I
as I
can
can
go
tell,
to the armory.
Advent's technology, along with most of what we've seen going on in the city centers, is based on variations, and in some cases improvements, of the existing alien tech used during the invasion. Luckily, the more common this stuff becomes, the easier it'll be for us to find components that can work in conjunction with the Avengers' hybrid systems.
Alright, so if you go to the armory, this is probably one of the coolest things that they added. It's now also a trophy room. So we can see we have a sectoid bust and the heads of some of the Advent people, Advent troopers, Advent officers, and some sectoids. And the little number tells us how many like corpses and parts and stuff that we have. But I want to go into... Oh, she's shaking and stuff. Let's go into our sharpshooter. So we now have our weapon upgrades available. And if we go into that, we can see... We can give it a name. We can change color, pattern. And then there's available slots for upgrades. They all do different things. So there's an advanced autoloader here that gives free reloads. And you can see down over here the description of what it currently is, the description of what the, like a long description of what the add-on would do, and then in green would be the bonus that it would give. So like the advanced autoloader here gives us 2 free reloads in a mission that do not cost an action, which is pretty darn good for a sniper rifle. There's a scope that gives increased aim, laser sight that gives increased crit chance, and an expanded magazine which gives more clips. And you can actually see the mod on the weapon before you put it on. So like here, we have this advanced autoloader. It's really just another magazine duct taped to it. But the scope changes when you go over it. And then you can see the magazine get larger with the expanded magazine. So those are on the weapon, which is on the soldier. So if we mod a weapon and it's on Midori and she's on a mission and she dies, any upgrades that are on her weapon go with her, because upgrades are permanent per weapon. However, I think what I showed in one of the previous attempts where somebody went down and I sent a soldier to carry them, that is how you would recover that weapon. So you would go over to the soldier that went down that had that weapon that you've, spent so many upgrades and stuff on to make this god weapon. You'd pick them up, carry them to evac or the end of the mission or whatever, and then you would recover that weapon and its parts. Alright, I also like the new menu system.
Commander?
Stuff pops up. Alright, so let's continue scanning to pick up these here supplies. The alien debris is going to be done soon. Great. So now we can build all kinds of stuff. I would like to start building the AWAC. 21 days though. It's okay, those are gonna be difficult too. The AWAC is really, really nice because once the AWAC is built, soldiers may gain a bonus ability outside their current class whenever they are promoted. In addition, an engineer can be staffed at the AWAC to decrease the time our soldiers need to recover from injuries. The first one is really, really good because you can get some fun stuff added to it. It's that second one that's just amazing. The Guerrilla Tactics School is something that is also new. It allows you to take recruits and train them into whatever role you want without having to take them on the field. So you can take an untrained recruit, put him in the Guerrilla Tactics School for 5 to 7 days or something, and say, you train to be a ranger, you train to be a grenadier. And then they will come out a squaddy of that type. It can also give you benefits such as the old officer training school, giving us an increased number of soldiers, and some other stuff. So these two are the first things that we want to build. And I really want to get started on this AWAC. The GTS is really good for increasing our soldier count, but reducing all the bonuses from this are something that I really want to get started on. So we'll
start work on the new facility right away, Commander. I'll send word when it's up and running.
Okay, so this is letting us know that there's an open staffing slot, so we can staff engineers to these buildings that are being built to reduce the time it takes to build them. So Emily Rice is now increasing, adding to assisting. That's what I'm looking for. Assisting to build the Advanced Warfare Center. So she's decreasing construction time by 50%. And we can see that here. It's now down to 11 days, which is great. Additionally, some of them may have, especially the further down, we're going to have more slots. Those are multiplicative, individually. So if we have one, it cuts it down by half. If we had a second one, it cuts
Most of our new recruits have never worked in
half.
close quarters like the Avenger. Before the war, we might have had time for training, but now they're going to have to pick things up on the fly.
And so forth and so forth. So you can get it down, the more you add, the less of a bonus it adds, a bonus decrease. But it does give you that option to help speed things up. So 11 days is actually pretty good. Let's finish with these supplies since we done spent them all.
The outcome of this research can only further our advances, Commander.
Okay, so this gives us the nanoscale vest and research for plated armor. Nanoscale vest is just a light armor that can be worn, gives them slightly increased health. Unfortunately, we don't have the alloys to go into plated armor. So we'll go into resistance.
I'll see that work begins immediately, Commander. I'll contact you when I have a full report available.
We should be able to pick up these supplies here in a moment.
Strategic resource located.
65 supplies, not bad. Okay, so from here, normally there's a bunch of stuff that's going to show up, and we can also see when our next supply drop is. And it's not based on months anymore. Now it's just a set number of days, usually around 20 or so days. So we're going to go back to the
Setting
Resistance
course for
HQ,
Western United States.
because that's the only thing that we can do. and we can scan here. And you can always go back to Resistance HQ, and when you scan, you gain intel, which is used to access other regions and some other stuff on the geoscape.
Although we have allies scattered in cities throughout the globe who are willing to share their knowledge of Advent's operations, the aliens are actively pursuing them. It will be up to you to ensure the safety of our operatives, Commander. Good luck.
Thank you, Councilman. So we got a communication from the Resistance. So the Resistance Council, it's an Operation Crystal Hydra to extract a VIP from an Advent city. Our reward will be a scientist and some intel. Since we have nothing better to do, let's go launch a mission. Okay. So, can't take Jane Kelly, she's still wounded. I need to take at least one rookie, and we're gonna have to like hire some more rookies here. So, also, funnily enough, okay, that's me. I was gonna say, like, I think all of my soldiers are female, which is kind of nice. What is with the hair? Okay, whatever. Okay, so our Grenadier has a couple of slots here. So our loadouts, there's a utility item and then a grenade item. So there will be different types of grenades, and when you put them in here, that's what you're going to shoot out of your grenade launcher. And then the utility, we've put another grenade here that gives you more charges of it. Or you can put something else here, like a med kit or something. But all we have are those things. So, can I? Yes, and from that screen you can go directly to building things. So, armor. We can build a nanoscale vest. It cost us 30 supplies. And it costs us trooper corpses. So I'm going to build one of those. Make utility items available. So a nanoscale vest is an item that gives +1 health. Which isn't that much, but it can sometimes be worth it. So I'm going to give that to... I don't really have any space to give it to somebody. Which is unfortunate, now that I think about it. I suppose I could give it to the rookie, give her a better chance of staying alive. We need the med kit on our specialists, the grenades on our grenadier, so yeah, we'll give it to the rookie. And then, which you can actually do just by clicking here, and it takes you right to that screen. Give her the nanoscale vests, keep her alive. I don't really do too much soldier like visual customization, because just by looking at them you can tell, oh, the specialist has got the thing on it. It's a grenadier, she's got big ass weapons, it's a sharpshooter, she's got, you know, a sniper rifle. Or a sword in case of a ranger. But there's a ton of options if you want to go through and customize it. You know, the first time I dug in there, you could spend like an hour just customizing one soldier, and then watch them die horribly turn 2 of the mission. So let's send out this group. We'll get another rookie trained up, hopefully. Maybe get another ranger or a sharpshooter.
Sky Ranger deployed.
In position to drop.
I would also love to get another engineer.
The spokesman gave us the location of a VIP stranded somewhere near our AO. He'd like us to secure the area, rendezvous with the target, and provide an escort out of there. I don't think the Resistance would ask if it wasn't important.
Okay, so this is Operation Crystal Hydra. Location is an Advent surveillance ward somewhere in Vancouver, Canada. We are to extract a VIP from the Advent city and deliver them to the extraction point. Okay, losing some frames, which is just my computer trying to chug and load this. There it goes.
-15, target coordinates incoming. Secure the VIP and proceed to the evac volume for extraction. Advent already knows we're here, so your position isn't concealed for the extraction.
Okay, so this is one of those missions where we don't start concealed, because we've already taken the actions of, where is it? Extracting or getting the VIP out of there, and you can see they don't have weapons, so they don't do any damage. And we have 12 turns to get there, which is just up over there. It's not too far, but looking at this map, it's actually not that big. But we did see an ADVENTurous sitting on top of the roof there, so that's unfortunate. They're going to have a height advantage on us. I wonder if we can move off to the side here, scale this building up here, and then move in on them this way. So, what do we have? That's our rookie. That's our sniper. So, snipers now have, like, they don't have to switch back and forth between their secondary weapon. It's just on the bar. So you have your sniper rifle, Overwatch, your pistol, and your pistol Overwatch. So right now, because she hasn't moved, she can go into like regular Overwatch. But once she moves, she can then go into a pistol Overwatch. Pistols don't do very much damage early on, but they can be really strong later. Alright, so I'm going to move the heavy first. And we're going to start working this way and see what we can do.
Okay.
You can see some civvies there. It does look like we might be able to get up like a pipe here and work our way up. So that's good. Put our sniper. There's no like full cover or anything. I'll move the sniper last.
Moving on target location. Wechsle Position. Ich sehe Advent-Truppen.
Really, that one tile revealed. That's super unfortunate. Which also means that I won't be able to react. But I can pull our sniper back here. Oh, also as one of the mods, so if you look at the enemy unit flag, right now we can see them and shoot them. But if we move back here, it changes to this square shape, which lets us know that the sniper is seeing this person, this enemy, through squad sight. Like, she would be out of range, but she would normally be able to do it. Which is important, because you cannot fire on things with your pistol from squad sight range. So I think she's going to go here and start getting a little bit of damage on this here sectoid. But we need to be careful to make sure to keep moving forward. So the pistol, yeah, it only does 2 to 3 damage, and it is kind of hindered by range, but that's unfortunate.
Missed the target.
It's also really unfortunate that all these other people have moved and now don't have the ability to shoot this turn, because they all need to take cover. So you're gonna hunker down. I guess you can fall. I don't want to get too far away, but I also don't want to go too far forward. I guess you can go here.
Und los geht's.
Sally can come right here.
Roger that.
This half cover is just absolute garbage. And then just duck right here.
Roger that.
And unfortunately, that's all we can do. What are you gonna do, sectoid?
Ist in Line. Es hört nicht auf. Es hört nicht auf. Was muss töten?
Alright, well. So I can grenade. And I won't hit both of them, but I will definitely need to hit this sectoid. Which will free him from high cover, because we need to kill him.
Grenade out!
Excellent. And then that should blow up shortly. Hopefully take that guy with him. So now our sniper, 66% chance. 87 with a pistol. It's not going to do it. 73. Take the 73. We might have a chance to kill him. Or you can absolutely fail.
That is not good.
Well, I need the damage of the sniper rifle. We're losing a little bit of aim just because of it's ranged, but please, please. Oh, thank you, Jesus.
Enemy eliminated.
So that'll free our Emma from mind control. And we can still use her this turn. Unfortunately, she does not have a grenade available. Oh, because I gave her the vest, so she's got 6 out of 6, that's why. 52 with Overwatch. You're gonna hug her. And then you... If I Overwatch, he may or may not run. But if I fire, he'll definitely move to something, possibly full cover. So I think I'll just put him in Overwatch. But we have to kill him this turn and get moving. Yeah, see, there's the shot. Ooh, that's rough. And he didn't move, so the car killed him. Great. Okay. So now, let's start moving up this way. We'll take our Grenadier first.
That's affirmative.
Nothing. Gonna keep the VIP back. Emma, you can fall in right behind.
Okay, bin unterwegs.
Sally, you can take that full cover.
On my way.
What do we see here? Something we can
Infiltrating
hack and
access
potentially give
point.
us a bonus? Let's see what those bonuses are. It doesn't cost you anything or hurt anything to just do it. Okay. Distraction, 62% chance of success. Squad recovers all action points already spent this turn. Or the hard would disorient enemies for 2 turns. But a fail would result in defense and mobility boosts for all enemies. The mobility, yeah, whatever, it's the defense that I don't want to do. So we'll save that for now, but know that is available to us. Instead, we're going to Grandma heal and heal Emma up.
Go help him out.
Alright, our sharpshooter needs to catch up. Put her back here.
Got it.
And then our VIP. Just move it right here for now. Okay.
Scanning.
Overwatch. Okay, we need to start pushing turns. Sorry, so move up here.
On the
See what you
move.
see. Nothing. which is good. It means we might be able to move up here to this building corner. I don't think everybody can make it, though. Well, they can if they run. No, but not everybody can make it.
Heading out.
So let's
Bin
keep
auf dem
everybody in
Weg.
cover here.
Heading out. On Overwatch.
And we'll just overwatch.
I'm on it. Overwatch. Scanner Gebiet.
Menace 1-5, be advised, hostile interceptors are inbound on your current position. Firebrand has a limited window to provide extraction.
The furthest back team member is this. You could make it up there this turn, so I don't want to block it, but I do need to make sure that I'm not going to run into anybody here.
Heading to that location.
Alright. So that's good, there's nobody there. So you can move up. I'm going to put you... Oh, where's the way up from here? Oh, there's a ladder right there. Okay. I don't want to break that line of sight yet.
Moving to designated position.
'Cause I don't know what's around the corner, and I want to get everybody up here. And come up here.
Bin gleich da.
Sally can come up here.
Location confirmed.
Midori. Right next to everybody.
Got it covered.
You can come up here.
Possible hostile contact. Advent forces sighted.
There we see it. So us having the high ground is actually really good right now. So that's full cover.
Bestätigt. Rücke aus.
And a flank on that guy. 87% chance to hit. That's good. Good shot. Great shot, Emma.
Feind
And promotion.
neutralisiert.
You've earned it. Alright. You have a 49% chance to hit from here. Can we improve that? Yes, we can.
Fire in the hole.
Alright, Sally. I don't have any good place to give you full cover.
Orders confirmed. On the move.
But hopefully you'll be able to take this guy out. Nice.
Hostiles pacified.
Alright. Midori. If there was anything over here, she would have spotted it. So you can come over here.
Okay.
And the good doctor. I know we're good to go. So let's stick you over here. And help you.
Come get some.
And that's new.
Advent troops spotted.
I'm actually fine with that. So the little hand icon that's
Deck
on
meine
him
Flanke.
tells us that he is definitely holding loot. Okay. So now, I'm gonna run that far, because we saw there was somebody over here that might have been somebody that we've taken care of, but I think we're gonna run away from this.
Moving to designated coordinates.
He had squad.
Bin schon unterwegs. Moving to designated position. Orders confirmed. Moving out.
And we're just gonna run away from them.
Affirmative. Covering now. On Overwatch. Got it covered. Biete Feuerschutz.
Alright. Let's get
Position confirmed.
here. Nobody.
Befehl bestätigt. Moving. Got it. I'm on it. Got it covered. Bestätigt. Überwachung läuft.
Alright, now we need to make sure that by running over here, we're not going to get shot at. So, you have some good health. Could run people around back here, actually.
Moving to designated coordinates.
Alright, Doctor.
Get it done.
Oh, you weren't the doctor. Well, that's fine.
Ready to boogie.
Evac you. Get the doctor out.
VIP in Sicherheit und bereit zur Evakuierung.
Uh-huh.
This is Firebrand. VIP is secure. Moving.
And then we'll just get everybody else out.
I'm going. Moving out. Let's go. Wird erledigt.
Easy peasy.
Ich bin weg.
Status confirmed. Mission accomplished.
Alright, so we took one wound, but we were able to heal her up. So hopefully she won't be out too far. We only killed 4 out of the 6 enemies on the map. I'm actually okay with that. Because we got our rookie a promotion, and we only needed to extract the VIP. So I'm cool with all that. People starting to do more damage. Shot percentage 50%. Dealt the most damage was our sniper. Most under fire and moved furthest was our recruit, who was in the back. And then made most attacks was Sally Turner, our specialist. So, well, Operation Crystal Hydra is a success in my book.
I'm always pleased when the troops return without any reported casualties. I can't hope for a better outcome.
9 days wounded. That's unfortunate. But she became a ranger. Alright. We didn't recover anything, but we did get a scientist.
Excellent work, Commander. Your efforts continue to bolster the resistance movement across the globe.
All right, so scientists don't need anything to do. They just head down to Tygan and he puts them forward.
Thank you for sending additional support staff to assist me, Commander. I will make sure they are put to good use.
All right, so she's helping to decrease the research time. So it went from 7 days to 5 days. We got a supply drop at 8. AWACS coming on 9.
Before he made contact, I just assumed the spokesman... Commander, you're not gonna believe this. We just picked up a signal from an emergency locator beacon. It's definitely one of ours, from the original invasion. I know it sounds crazy, but if there's any chance some of our people could still be out there, I think we owe it to them to find out.
Okay. This is awkward. I was not expecting this person to show up this early. Like, we still haven't even finished unlocking some things that are core to the game. So, locator beacon. Our long-range scanners just picked up an emergency locator beacon transmitting on a frequency we haven't used since the invasion 20 years ago. Maybe a long shot, but it's possible someone could have survived out there. We should investigate as soon as possible. I'm gonna go ahead and investigate. I already know what this is. But it gives us something to do for 6 days. This is actually from one of the DLCs.
I do not think I could have predicted this outcome, though it is intriguing.
Alright, so Resistance Communications Research complete. Resistance contacts available. So we now have the facility available for Resistance comms, research available for Resistance radio, and Resistance contacts available. So this is how we expand across the globe. Instead of putting up satellites, we now set up Resistance comms to contact Resistance groups out in the wilds. So the Resistance comms facility replaces the old satellite uplink center. Resistance radio. So just having that one scientist brought magnetic weapons down from 28 days to 19 days. 2 days. I don't want to do that just yet. I'm going to go ahead and do a sectoid autopsy, since it's only 3 days. And then I probably move... I don't know what I'm moving to then.
Though I was never witness to one myself, countless observers attest to the existence of a much smaller, less intimidating variant of the sectoid that took part in the original invasion. In the time since, this new being, the product of clear genetic manipulation, is now a familiar face to our forces operating in the field.
And so, just like the previous Dr. Valen, Dr. Tygan, goes to work examining the
Dr.
aliens.
Shen's constant vigil over my activities is starting to wear thin. I consider myself a patient man, but eventually, she's going to have to trust me if we're going to achieve our goals.
What's it going to cost us to recruit? 25 supplies. I need those supplies. Supplies are really thin. So...
Tygan just sent word. The new Resistance Communications network is fully operational. Now we just have to spread the word.
Okay, so now we can start spreading to new regions. This one's the eastern U.S. And then New Mexico area.
Now that we've established a link, we can use our intel resources to make contact with the local resistance cell in this region. Aside from getting us into the black site, our access to supplies should improve now that we've expanded our reach.
Alright, so this is how we make contact. So we spend intel, go to a place, and spend some time searching for the resistance. You can also see that by going to either one of these places, it would increase our monthly or our supply drop income by 55. This usually takes like 4 to 7 days to make contacts. The further you are away from Resistance HQ, the more intel it takes, and the longer it's going to take to scan. So we can see, you know, Western Europe, Eastern Europe, West Asia, all these areas. Oh, and I can zoom out, which is nice. So these are all the areas that we can connect to, and their connections. I thought there was one from here over, but I guess not. So this is kind of an unfortunate place to start since we're in a corner. Last time I started, I think East Asia, so I could expand out here. Oh well. Let's finish this locator beacon.
You and I both know we only had one other Sky Ranger, Commander. It's worse for wear, but this heap used to be Big Sky's pride and joy, and someone's been putting her to work. It may be possible to triangulate exactly where they took off from, but it'll take some time.
Commander, these weapons are unlike any design I have previously encountered before. I could attempt further analysis, but the likelihood of us reverse engineering them appears low regardless.
Okay, so sounds like we discovered the old Sky Ranger codename Big Sky from Enemy Within. Looks like it was crashed down over here, and we discovered some new weapons. Some weapons of the hunt. These are actually from the Alien Hunters DLC stuff.
Remember what Tygan said. These new weapons are one of a kind. If we leave them on the battlefield, they'll be lost to us forever.
Just like any other weapon. So we got the Boltcaster, discovered among a cache of seemingly archaic weaponry. The Boltcaster is deceptively powerful, but limited by a slow rate of fire. Targeted enemies have a chance of being stunned on impact. This weapon is unique and cannot be duplicated or replaced. That's not really true. If you go sometime in the late game, you'll be able to, you know, build these again, but it's a long time from now. We also got the Shadowkeeper. Although it may appear old-fashioned compared to our latest designs, this pistol is remarkably accurate, ensuring that even the most inexperienced of our soldiers will strike their intended targets. There's also a chance they could kill the target and escape undetected. This weapon is unique and cannot be duplicated or replaced. This is a great pistol to put on a gunslinger, by the way. And then the Hunter's Axe. Honed to an incredible degree, these ornate crafted throwing axes are compact enough for our soldiers to engage with from long range. These weapons are unique and cannot be duplicated. So this is a replacement for the Ranger's Sword. You instead get a pair of axes, and once per mission, you can throw one of the axes to make a ranged attack with it. And we also picked up a Frost Bomb. Relying on an as-of-yet unidentified chemical agent, these handheld explosives seem capable of instantaneously reducing the ambient temperature of the surrounding area. Exposed tissue will be frozen on contact. This weapon is unique and cannot be replicated or duplicated or replaced. So these are okay. I don't remember if they deal any damage, but smaller organics like sectoids and Advent will be frozen in place for a couple turns, I believe. We can actually see some of our new weapons on the wall. So if I was to look at Jane Kelly here, check out her sword, she now has the Hunter's Axe. So the sword has a base damage of 3 to 5 and a 10% crit chance. The Hunter's Axe is actually a 4 to 6 base damage, so it's already an upgrade. But it's unique, so we need to make sure to keep Jane Kelly alive at the process.
It may be a little unwieldy, but in the right hands, this thing should cut down anything standing in your way.
Also, they look freaking cool. She also has the ability to equip the Boltcaster. So, standard rifle, 3 to 5, clip size 4, shotgun, damage 4 to 6, clip size 4, and a 10% crit chance. Boltcaster, damage is 6 to 8, so it's already good there, and an additional 15% chance to hit, but it's a clip size of 1, so you have to fire it and then reload and then fire it again. So I haven't really used this just because its clip size is so low, but
it may only provide a single shot action, but this thing hits hard. Even an edge hit could potentially stun the target.
Give her back her shotgun and the sword now. But then there's also, with our sharpshooter, Shadowkeeper. So standard pistol does 2 to 3 damage. Shadowkeeper doesn't do any extra damage, but it does give you an additional 10% aim, an additional 15% chance to crit. It also has a special ability called Shadowfall, which is a pistol shot that is guaranteed to hit. If the target is killed, the shooter gains concealment. I love this weapon. This is amazing. You know, giving that extra 10% aim and 15% chance to crit. This is amazing on a gunslinger. Alright, what's our event queue? AWAC will be done in 3 days, which is nice. Sectoid autopsy and supply drop in 2 days. Okay. So don't really have anything else to do. So I think I'm going to make contact somewhere. And I'm gonna do it in the eastern US. And you can see up here our contacts are limited currently to, we currently have 1, which is where we are, of 3 possible. And the way that we increase that is through building the resistance comms in the adventure.
After we pay the initial intel cost to make contact, we'll have to scan the region for a few days before the local resistance cell comes out of hiding. Once we find them, we'll be up and running in the new region.
Okay, so this is going to take about 3 to 5 days, and you don't know until you actually start making contact and fly there. But it's going to cost 30 intel. It says 30 intel times the link distance to the nearest radio relay. So this is a radio relay because it's, you know, Resistance HQ. We can actually set some up in regions to even further increase the money that we make, but also reduce the intel cost to continue down the line.
Setting course for Eastern United States.
And you can see since we've already clicked make contact, our contacts has gone up, and our intel has gone down.
Using intel collected so far, we've managed to locate a resistance cell operating out of this region. It'll take us some time to scan for their exact position, though.
Alright, so we'll go ahead and scan there.
Attempting to establish local...
I am sure you will find the results to be as intriguing as I do, Commander.
The sectoid's rapid physical evolution over the past 20 years is a testament to both the aliens' mastery of genetic engineering and their pursuit of advancement, regardless of the risks.
Okay, so we finished researching the sectoid, which gives us the mind shield available, as well as research into psionics. So the mind shield, like, you know, previously, is a powerful psionic artifact, rendering soldiers completely immune to any negative mental conditions, including panic, mind control, stuns, and disorientation. This is a lot better than it was previously, because it gives you the resistance to stuns and disorientation. And this is just letting us know that Shen would be able to build that for us. We can also go into psionics. Well, we don't have the Illyrian for it, but you could go into psionics at some points. Alright, I guess we'll do the Advent Officer Autopsy. I think he would give us some other stuff as well, but I would like to be able to do... we'll probably move into Resistance Radio and then Magnetic Weapons after, but we gotta see where things are going.
The Advent officers appear to be similar, if not physically the same as the common Advent trooper in terms of power and agility. However, field reports indicate a more developed mental acuity, as the officers do provide tactical directives to the subordinate Advent forces. I have to admit, there is something exciting about working under the more intense conditions found on the Avenger. Every decision, every development is of the utmost importance. There's no room for mistakes here.
Commander, you should establish contact with the local resistance network as soon as possible. The aliens are undoubtedly moving forward with their plans.
Thank you, Councilman. I'm working on it. Here.
Nothing on the local comms.
Oh, shit.
Advent's been quiet lately. I'm guessing we have you to thank for that.
Our pleasure, Den Mother. Enjoy it while it lasts.
We plan to. Our water purification
Massive
system...
signal coming from the Advent network tower. It's global. Sir, I think you want to see this.
Fellow citizens, for 20 years, the Advent Coalition has worked tirelessly to repair the ravages and injustices of the old world. Under our stewardship, our cities prosper, our people flourish, and our world heals. And yet, among us, there are still those who would refuse to acknowledge the truth, who are determined to see all that we have achieved
Multiple radar contacts on approach to Haven Alpha 7.
That must end. Even as I speak to you today,
You've got incoming on approach.
Your
signal's breaking up.
Outlying territories to end this scourge once and for all.
They're right on top of you.
Losing you, Avenger.
Raise them again.
We will ensure your continued safety and well-being throughout this crisis.
Get your people out of there!
With your cooperation, we will overcome these radical elements and usher in another 20 years of peace and prosperity.
They don't stand a chance.
They don't.
Commander, we should get a squad ready to deploy. Commander, we have a squad ready to move on the Resistance Haven currently under siege by the aliens. Give the word and we'll move out.
Okay, so Advent retaliations have replaced the old terror attacks. So they're going to attack a small resistance settlement every once in a while. And if left unchecked, they can do serious damage to us, so... Operation Frost Dance. Our objective is to stop the Advent retaliation.
Setting course for the Western
So we're
U.S.
gonna stop making
precinct.
contact here, fly back over here, and take care of it. And this is where we start to see just how far on the back foot our team really is. Jane Kelly's available, so I'll probably end up bringing her. And we need her to stay unshot, and I need rangers. We're bringing a sharpshooter, and bring Jane Kelly here. Okay. I would love to give them some special weapons, but they're still so low ranked that I'm afraid of them dying like previously. Once they reach, I think at least Corporal, maybe the next one up, I'll start thinking about giving people weapons, but we also need to make sure we get other people leveled up. Retaliation missions, like terror missions, are no jokes. So you always want to bring a good team for those. So we'll take everybody here.
Sky Ranger deployed.
Squad green to deploy.
Word just came down. The aliens have amassed a huge force to strike one of the resistance outposts nearby, and those people desperately need any help we can provide them. We're going in to eliminate the enemy threat and secure the area.
Alright, Operation Frost Dance. In Resistance Haven, Defiance City in the western US. Neutralize all enemy forces and rescue at least 6 civilians. So this is new for like terror attacks. Now we have the minimum that we have to rescue.
Menace 1-5, hostile forces are attacking the outpost. Eliminate all enemy units and protect those civilians. Advent came in hot and so did we. You won't have a concealed position for deployment on this one.
Okay, so we came in on the corner of the map, which is actually pretty good. And we can see the civilians here. There are 13 civilians. We need to rescue at least 6 before they kill more than that. Civilians will count, you know, like as previous, civilians will count as rescued if you end up killing all the enemies. But there's something new we gotta watch out for in retaliation and terror missions. We'll talk about that when that shows up. So, Jane Kelly is gonna run up here. Actually, you're gonna run here first.
Orders confirmed. Moving out.
See anybody? I'm gonna rescue this person.
On my way.
I'm glad to see the Resistance has their new recruits training. They need to be prepared for the next Advent sweep of this area.
You're good to go.
Alright, so we've rescued one. That's great. It's also hard to see here. Stephanie. You can make it up here. Rescue this person. And you'll probably reveal some stuff. So let's hold off on that. Let's put you in full cover here.
Moving out.
Nobody out. Okay. Our sniper needs to be in good position to shoot from.
Go on, get going!
There's not really any good place for you. Guess you can hang out there for a bit.
Good to go! We've got Advent here!
Oh, look at that teleporting. Oh, Sectoid took a shot and missed. Shot and dead.
Getting a little too warm over here! About to get burned to a crisp!
Yeah, soldiers that are near fire will let you know. Okay, our sharpshooter. 52% chance to put this guy out of his misery. Jane Kelly could definitely slash that guy, but I need to make sure I can take out the guy in the back first. Actually, we'll start with the sniper. Maybe. Nice try, though.
I got nothing.
Alright, Sally. Move up over
I'm
here.
on the move.
64% chance to hit.
Taken care of.
Alright, so that means people could move up if they wanted. He's in some pretty good full cover there. Jane Kelly cannot get a slash on him. Stephanie has full cover here that she can shoot from.
Moving to designated coordinates.
Oh, but you know, he's probably going to end up flanking, so... What's her shots? 31. Let's move Jane Kelly up. 30% chance to hit. Let's have you blow him up.
Throwing grenade!
Stephanie can hopefully finish him off.
Target neutralized.
Nice. Good job.
What I could.
Rip Tear O'Reilly.
Getting a little toasty here.
Yes, I know. Working on this. Okay. 2 rescued, 2 dead. Jane Kelly could run over here and rescue this person. There's no cover. Need to move up and spot. So we know that there's somebody back over here and somebody back over here. So the furthest back is Midori. Move her up here.
Got it covered.
Super aggressive. I probably should have done that, but it worked. So now Jane Kelly can come over here and rescue this dude.
Will do. You're safe now. Go, go, go.
Sally Turner can come up here. Prep to rescue that person. I kind of want to get my sniper up in this lookout point here. Give her those height advantages. And then Stephanie can come over here.
Moving on target location.
And then I'm going to overwatch you.
Got it covered.
Just so I have some protection against pathogens. Nice. Thank you, cover. Alright, so they're both right here.
We're losing civilians left and right, Commander. We need to get these people out of here.
Thank you, Central. I'm working on it.
Too close to the heat.
Oh my god, settle down, people. Wait, somebody's burning. Not me, okay. Okay. So that should be a good perch to shoot from.
Got it.
Oh, and you spotted somebody. There they are.
Advent forces on the ground.
Oh, the civilian's burning. Okay. Okay. So if you go here, you can see the trooper, but not the sectoid. If you go here, you can see both.
I'm on the move.
Jane Kelly is going to have to run in from somewhere. She's not going to have any good cover. She's too far away to really do anything. Kind of want to put her in a place where she's not going to get shot at, but is also close enough that might be able to do something about some of these guys later. Should come over here.
Solid copy.
And Sally, again, is in the same predicament. You don't really have anywhere you can go. That sectoid. 12 movements, so that means he can move 6. We have 12 movements, so 6, 7. So if he can move up to 7, like we can. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't think he can flank us if we're here.
Rolling. Advent troops spotted.
Oh shit. Well, things just got real bad real quick. So now I think we're flanked. No, but we're certainly about to be. You have grenades. What problems can you solve for me? You can destroy their cover, but not put any damage on them. Or stupid trees I can't see. We could potentially hit both of these guys. Can't see because there's fucking trees in the way. But I definitely want to hit the sectoid. So I guess we'll do this.
Grenade out!
And then Sally is actually going to have to move somewhere else because she's going to get flanked real easy. So I guess you're just going to have to fall back here, Sally.
Heading there now.
Unfortunately. I will, they probably won't be able to do anything about it.
Damn you!
That person died from burning. Oh, you're going to run up. Oh, you can animate something. Okay. I'm actually okay with that. Oh, did you flank me? No, you overwatched. That's good. You're gonna take a shot? I've got full cover. Or are you gonna save me?
What am I doing here?
Ugh. Oh god, that's no good. Please don't panic. Okay,
yeah, sure.
okay, what are our options? You can't use a grenade. And you have crap to hit people. What can our sniper fix for us? 83, no, 75, pretty good. 72. 54, just due to the range. He needs 4 damage, though. There's Jane Kelly. Okay, there's Jane Kelly. Jane Kelly could come around here and get a flank on that guy. And then I don't think that guy can run around and flank us, so I'm okay with doing that.
Headed there now.
74% to solve problems, Jane Kelly. Nice.
Target down. Might be something we could use here.
And promotion. So now she just has to survive. Okay. No grenades left. Oh, 1 grenade left. 75. 49. The grenade. You can't reach that guy. Can you reach this guy? Potentially. I can't see because of the fucking trees. Trees OP. I think that's the shot.
Bombs away!
Because that'll kill it. Alright, 2 Advent left. You have an 8% chance to hit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rescue this guy.
Moving to designated position. Go. You're safe. Go.
And then right back into cover. Sally. 51 and 32. Move you into full cover. Not sure that sectoid can flank us from there. But I don't like half cover. So he's here. What are his cover options if he tries to flank us here? He could run up here. Which should be what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He might not be able to make it there. I think we're gonna heal.
Give him a heal.
And then I'm gonna aid Protocol, my sniper, because she's in half cover. Totally okay with that. Gonna shoot this dude.
Damn it!
At least
I'll just go do that then.
Okay. 92, 69. Range. What's that pistol's chance? 81. I like that much better. But I need you to hit that 3 damage. So close. Jane Kelly could run in and slash. 28, 8. Still don't have anything. But if you sit here, you're going to get attacked by that guy unless we can take care of that guy. I think it's time to move up.
On the move.
56, got a little bit better. I need you to finish him off, though. I need him taken care of.
Target disabled.
And a promotion, good. Alright, Jane Kelly. 88% chance to slash this guy for 6 to 8 damage. I would need you to do 8. If you were to come here, though, you can flank and potentially crit shot him. How much damage do you do? 4 to 6. % chance to crit. I'll tell you what, we'll just move here.
Moving to position.
See what our shot chance is. 100% chance to shot, 50% chance to crit. Or 88% chance to slash. So we'll guarantee the shot. And hopefully the crit will take 5 damage. Well, Jane Kelly's in trouble now. I need to move you away from that Psy zombie. Because he's dangerous as hell. But you're disoriented, so you can't really go anywhere.
Rolling out.
Oh, he's running away.
No! Wait!
Oh, he didn't shoot us. That's always good.
It's turning into a massacre out there, Commander. That camp is getting wiped out.
Yes, I know. Thank you. I'm working on it. Oh, so close for that. Hey, disorienting is removed. Alright. So they've killed 6. We have to rescue 2 more. Alright, Jane Kelly. It's time for you to redeem yourself. Cut him in half. There you go. And pick up that item.
Target neutralized.
An Illyrium core and an advanced stock. Good stuff. Sly Zombie will go down.
See this.
And now... we see probably one of the grossest enemies in the game.
We've heard rumors about some kind of shapeshifters. I'm guessing this is it.
It is a remarkable species. If only we had some means of containment.
Don't even think about it.
So these are the Faceless. They show up on these retaliation missions. And if you go up to rescue a civilian, like that guy, and it's actually a Faceless, it will transform right in front of you and leave you out of position. But if you kill all of the other aliens on the map, then they'll start revealing themselves. So I think he's the only one. I'm gonna fire a sniper rifle shot at him. They have no ranged abilities, but they're terrifying up close.
Moving to position.
Get him.
Enemy down.
Menace 1-5, status
Hooray.
confirmed. We're not picking up any additional contacts. The AO is clear. Status confirmed. Mission accomplished.
Alright, we managed to save 7 of 13. Took us 7 turns, killed 9 out of 9 aliens. We took 1 wound, so she's going to be out for a while, but hopefully the AWAF will come online soon. Successful shot percentage. Wow, we managed to hit every shot we took. Average damage per round, almost 4. Enemies killed in return 1. Average cover bonus 30%, that's going up. Jane Kelly, MVP of the mission, dealt most damage, made most attacks, and moved the furthest. And most under fire was definitely not so good. But our sniper actually took a hit. I don't know how it calculates that sometimes. Both managed to get some potions up that, so
Excellent work, Commander. Your efforts in the field have certainly encouraged the crew.
21 days. That's rough, especially for our only sharpshooter. Alright, Jane Kelly gets promoted. So she can either go Scout or Assault. Scout can be pretty strong. They've got a lot of concealment-based stuff, where Assault focuses pretty heavily on the sword and its melee attacks, with a few things in there that can pair with a shotgun. So the Phantom ability, when the squad is revealed, the soldier remains concealed. This is actually pretty powerful. Because it keeps them in stealth, they can still move around and not be seen. Makes it easier to flank things. Or Blade Master, all sword attacks deal 2 extra damage and have an additional 10 aim. So that will help ensure that when you make the attacks that they're going to hit. I'm going to hold off on that for now. Our Grenadier can either go Demolitions Expert, focusing on grenades, or the heavy gunner focusing on the minigun. So their options are blast padding. Your gear includes layers of extra padding and blast plates, granting a bonus point of armor and 66% less damage from explosive attacks. So that's something new that's in XCOM is armor. Armor reduces damage taken per hit. So if you have 1 point of armor, it's going to reduce damage taken by 1 point. If you have 2 armor, it reduces it by 2 points, and so forth. But then, there's Shredder. Your cannon attacks, your heavy cannon here, attacks shred armor. You can shred armor, and it reduces, certain points of armor, making it easier to hit people. This is absolutely necessary. We're probably going to be starting seeing some armor show up on people here in a little bit. We need somebody to take care of that armor to deal the damage. So absolutely heavy gunner up front. Our specialists. We can go medic and get revival protocol. Send the gremlin to an ally to remove any negative mental status effects. Disoriented, stunned, panicked, or unconscious. Could be helpful. Or haywire protocol. You may target robotic and mechanical enemies with your gremlin, attempting to hack them and seize control. This actually can be pretty strong. There's a decent amount of robotic enemies, and being able to hack them and at least shut them off for a couple turns, or potentially gain control of them for a couple turns, or permanently, can really turn the tide of battle. I think I'm going to hold off on that one again. And just really see where we end up. So we got a Lyrium Core advanced stock, which is really good. His shots still deal 2 damage to the target. I'm pretty sure that if you put this on a gunner with Shredder, it does not shred the armor, because it's still technically a miss. But it's pretty good for guaranteeing damage on things. And then a bunch of corpses. We can now research, or do the faceless autopsy.
Another impressive effort, Commander. My expectations were high, and yet you have exceeded them.
Okay, so our monthly supply rewards have increased across North America, and income is increased by 15 supplies. That's excellent, especially because we haven't gotten our supply drop this month, so hopefully that'll take effect there. Jane Kelly, her will is restored and increased. Soldiers who recover from being shaken by performing well in combat will have their will restored and increased. Excellent.
We've been picking up some weird transmissions lately. It sounds a little like German, but it's hard to tell.
What do you need trying to tell us? Oh, because I have people ready for upgrades or promotions. Supply drop is going to be in 1 day. Oh.
Now that we've finally got this place up and running, we should be able to access some of these dormant alien systems. Let's see if you two can play nice. What the?
Shen, getting some kind of interference up here. Seems to be hitting us across the board.
Working on it.
Something triggered your remote uplink. But how is that possible? No one knows these systems.
Shen, power readings just spiked. What the hell is going on down there? Commander, I'm too old to start believing in ghosts, which means someone had to access that unit remotely. If they can access Rover, there's no telling what else they might be able to do. I strongly suggest we make investigating that signal our top priority.
Okay, so that was a trigger for the other DLC.
Looks like Shen was able to confirm the signal's origin. Inputting the coordinates on the map now.
Well, we can start it, but we're gonna have to go pick up that supply drop real soon.
Avenger plotting new course.
Incoming message for you, Commander. Patching it through to your quarters now.
I had high hopes for the Resistance under your leadership, Commander, and you have outdone yourself.
Okay, so this is the new Resistance monthly report. We've stopped a retaliation, we completed guerrilla ops, we completed 1 council mission, and we've investigated 2 Resistance rumors. There's new staff available for hire, which means you have to go back to the Resistance HQ and pay supplies in order to get them.
Commander, we have intel suggesting the aliens are working on developments that threaten our ability to stop the Avatar project. We can conduct guerrilla operations to disrupt one of these efforts, but we'll have to choose carefully. We don't have the resources to intercede everywhere.
Okay, so now we get into dark events. Dark events are things that Advent is doing on their end to try and counter us. So they're fighting back against us while we're fighting back against them. Now, whenever we go on guerrilla ops, we're going to see that that is going to potentially counter, which could stop or slow whatever these dark events are. We see 2 now. We'll eventually get a 3rd one. So we have rapid response. The aliens improve their threat response procedures, guaranteeing reinforcements on all guerrilla ops for a month. Or the alien cipher. The aliens increase the strength of their encryption, increasing all intel costs by 100% for a month. So some of these are pretty bad, like guaranteeing guerrilla ops. Early on is pretty bad because we can't really deal with that many people. Increasing intel costs for a month, not really bad. I don't plan on expanding for a while, so...
Commander, the Resistance has a hidden cache of resources stashed outside of Advent's reach. But that means we'll have to fly over and scan the area if we want to recover this stuff for ourselves.
Okay, so now this is how we get our monthly income. It's now a supply drop that we have to go and pick up. So we have to go someplace and scan for a few days to find it, and then we get the supplies. It's no longer just handed to us. Yes, I know we haven't finished scanning the location.
Avenger plotting new
because
course.
the stuff expires if you do not go and get it. This will be around for a while. That we can be around for a while, but we need the supplies.
Advanced Warfare Center now operational.
Awesome. So the AWACS online, soldiers now have a chance to learn bonus ability upon promotion. There's now a staff slot available to increase soldier healing rates and retrain soldier abilities. Okay, so we can put a soldier in here to retrain their abilities, which I don't remember, and I don't really want to do it. Any promoted soldier can be retrained in their class to choose a new ability configuration, but they will be unavailable for combat during the training. So yeah, this allows you to, if you made a bad choice on one of their skills during a promotion, you can reset all their stuff and rebuild it again. Or you can put an engineer here, which will increase healing rates. I'm actually going to go here. Supplies 48. 27. How long is this going to take? 10 days. Leave without excavating. I want to go here. 5 days. We'll go here so that I can get building something. Because I need to get the GTS online.
I take it this was easier than your last procedure, Doctor.
Central, Commander. Yes, I find the process to be far less disconcerting when the subject has already expired. The results, however, It's best you see for yourself. My autopsy of the Advent captain has confirmed the existence of an implant, similar in design to the unit I extracted from the commander. But there are differences.
What kind of differences?
The data you see is being pulled directly from this Advent captain's implant. The sequence here is essentially you, Commander. Or at least the tactical information they were processing through your mind. As you can see, the data is nearly identical.
They were using you against us.
Yes, however, the Advent data shows signs of decay. Removing the commander from their network has likely caused significant damage.
Network?
Yes, what we're seeing here is a psionic network. These implants are capable of receiving and transmitting information, a great deal of information, somehow encoded in a stream of psionic energy. My working theory? Advent uses this network to augment the tactical readiness of its troops, as well as disseminate orders from its central command. Observe. Even in the subject's diminished condition, the implant continues to have an effect. A truly astonishing achievement.
Or a weakness.
Potentially. But I need direct access to their network to know for sure.
I'm guessing that won't be easy.
We'd need an active link. And that would mean hacking a live Advent officer.
Like I said, not easy. Still, it's the best lead we've got. Your call, Commander.
New objective added.
Okay, so they want us to hack into a live Advent officer. In order to do that, we need a skulljack, which means we need a proving ground so we can test the theory of the skulljack and be able to build them.
We're making progress, Commander. I've updated our objectives based on the latest findings.
The Advent captain seems to provide a means of stabilizing the link between the local subordinates and the Advent network tower itself.
Okay, so we can now build a facility, the Proving Ground, and we can research regular troopers.
Commander, if we're going to try to build this skulljack that Tygan came up with, we're going to need a specialized facility to test it out.
So we would need to build this Proving Ground where we can test stuff out at. For research. I'm gonna go into trooper autopsy.
Knowing that my past surgical experience is limited, I am sure the crew appreciates that I hone my skills on fallen Advent forces before triaging our own wounded. To the uninitiated, the common Advent trooper is seemingly human. The aliens have disguised its most glaring divergence from the human form with a carefully designed helmet. I was not going to admit it to Shen, but there is one thing I miss more than my lab equipment. Those damn juicy Advent burgers. I don't know where they get the meat, and frankly, I do not want to know.
Okay. Let's finish getting our supplies so we can move on. Alright, we've collected all the resources.
Commander, to aid in your efforts, we have gathered additional resources and staff at Resistance headquarters for your use.
Alright, so we can always go back, and this changes frequently, where we can purchase new scientists, new engineers, and veteran soldiers that have already been trained. I'm gonna head here.
Setting course for Sector 10,
increase our
Eastern
income before
United
we,
States.
Lose out on that. 3 days. Might still have time to investigate.
These findings will likely prove crucial to our ongoing efforts, Commander.
Alright.
Despite a thorough analysis, I have yet to discover what, if any, advantage the Advent hybrid soldiers' enormous eyes provide. Testing their visual acuity will no doubt prove difficult.
Alright, so now we can build battle scanners as items instead of a talent. They deploy it like a grenade, throwing it to a hidden area of the map they want to reveal. Any hidden or disguised enemies will be revealed as well, so like Faceless will be revealed. Unlike the ones that I used extremely sparingly in Enemy Within, which lasts like 2 turns, this only takes effect the turn that it's deployed.
I am at a loss for words to describe the difficulties we have had in attempting to handle this creature, affectionately known as the Faceless, to our troops. The nebulous form of its physical structure, including a pliable, semi-solid outer layer, seems to be slowly degrading now that the creature has expired. There is also a pungent odor that only seems to grow stronger as time passes.
Almost done here. Awesome. Vigilo Confido, Commander.
New regional contacts located.
Alright, so we can now expand to Western Europe if we wanted to. But I'm not going to. I'm going to go check out this...
Avenger plotting new course.
Which I don't think will lead to a mission. Great. Alien debris has been cleared. We picked up some new supplies. I know the Proving Ground is something that we need to do. But I kind of want to get the GTS online so I can increase the number of soldiers that I can take. It's also going to cost us less.
Commander, we've pushed our current power systems to the limit. We don't have any capacity to spare, which means we can't expand our facilities further.
That's going to take 7 days. And then she's going to have to clear and build a power relay. So we can see we're low on scientists, we've only got 1, we're at our capacity, and we've got soldiers waiting on promotions. Well, there's not much we can do about it. Finish scanning the signal. And now we got some new guerrilla ops.
Commander, with the number of contacts we've established, we're getting requests for support from multiple sites around the world. Unfortunately, we only have the resources to respond to one of them. The decision is yours.
Alright, so just like the alien abduction missions that you're going to see like 3 or so show up on the map, we've got the same number of guerrilla ops. So this one in the Eastern US, Operation Witch Knife, hacked the workstation in an Advent facility, would get us another scientist, but it also counters this dark event, the rapid response, which guarantees reinforcements on all guerrilla ops. Whereas the Western one, Operation Foolish Spear, to destroy an alien relay, gets us 90 intel, and counters the increase all intel costs by 100%. Based on the rewards, I don't need the intel right now, and I don't care about intel costs, whereas getting another scientist and countering guerrilla ops, reinforcements on guerrilla ops is way, higher up on my priority list. So we're going to take the Eastern US one.
Setting course for the Eastern US precinct.
And also the dark event doesn't take place immediately. GTS, that's fine. I don't need 2 Rangers. What I do need is another rookie. And then I'm just going to remove everybody real quick. Keep my specialists. Bring my lower level Grenadier and my lower level Ranger. Which means Specialist needs to get promoted. I don't think we're going to see robotics for a little while, so I'm okay going Revival Protocol, and then hopefully we'll get another specialist online soon, and we can make it go haywire. But it looks like Sally Lightning Turner is going to end up being our medic. Alright. Grenades everywhere. Can we build everything? We can build a battle scanner. I don't think that's good. I don't think that's really going to benefit us. The nanoscale vests, we don't have really the item slots for it, so I'm not keen on it this early. I tried, but I saw that we were desperately low on grenades, so we're going to go with this squad right here.
In position for deployment.
Alright, that was like super quick.
We're seeking every possible outlet to gain information on the aliens' latest project. And in this case, that means infiltrating one of their facilities to access an exposed terminal connected to their network. Hostile forces will be in position to defend the site, so we'll have to neutralize any threats to lock down the area. Recover whatever you can. We need that data if we're going to stop their progress.
Okay, Operation Witch Night is a small town in ADVENTurous Zone 5 on the outskirts of Toronto, Canada. We need to neutralize enemy targets and recover automation systems design from the Advent network by hacking their workstation. So let's get these ladies down here and this new rookie. See what we can do about that.
Menace 1-5, this is Avenger. The access point we're after is just ahead. Move to secure the area. Expect hostile resistance.
8 turns. That's a long way away for 8 turns. Ugh. Probably gonna go up and over the building to give us that height advantage. So let's start with a blue move here.
Affirmative. Moving out.
There's a Advent tower here. There's some civilians. Startling civilians will set things off. You can make it up.
Headed there now. Begebe mich zur Zielposition.
I'm on the move.
You can't make it up there now, so take the corner.
Heading there now. Enemy patrol on the move.
Enemies inside. Oh, and a stun lancer. Stun lancers are a pain in the ass.
I'm
so
on the
let's
move.
Get people in positions to hopefully not be revealed,
Rücke zu Zielkoordinaten vor.
but still be able to do something. You know, get on the roof here.
Heading there now.
And they're moving away from us, which is great. Alright. Let's take this here roof.
Understood. Moving out. Bin schon unterwegs. Orders confirmed. On the move.
Affirmative. Moving out.
Alright, so they are right here. Ooh, that's an explodable object that somebody could shoot. So I don't want to be there. I want to set up more over here.
Orders confirmed. Moving out. I've got enemy movement here.
And there's another stun lancer and an officer.
Bin auf dem Weg. Moving to designated coordinates.
That's not cover. Okay. Well, shit.
Our gremlins can attempt to access the Advent network from here. We might be able to hack their systems and get an advantage. But be careful. If they detect us, things will only get worse.
Okay. Let's take up some cover.
Orders confirmed. On the move.
Shit.
We're busted.
Yep, we are busted.
At first, Advent deployed non-lethal stun units for crowd control and the occasional protest. We don't see a whole lot of that anymore.
Okay. So she's flanked, so that's not gonna do much. So you can actually see people, but you have a shotgun.
Moving to position.
Actually. Won't kill him, so it won't do 5. But it'll at least do some damage. Ooh, and blow up some cover.
Closing on target position now.
Let's see if you can finish him off. 92. Nice.
Target neutralized.
Good job. Alright. Emma Kraus. Don't really have anywhere for you to go. That's not also going to get flanked. Suppose you could come over here. I don't think they'll be able to see you that far, this far over. That sees, that doesn't. Let's come a little bit more for safety.
Bin unterwegs.
And then 74 is actually not bad with shotgun. Oh, you are getting the range bonus. And the height advantage is nice. It just counters the low cover. Take a 74, see if you can get it. 5 damage, not bad. And then you are going to have to fall back because you're flanked. Oh, you're not flanked anymore. Oh, it was the stun lancer that was flanking you. Okay, well. I hate to waste a shot, but I'll pull you back over.
Moving.
We're going to lose sight of that sector a little bit. Maybe. I think you can see them.
Evakuierung! Wir brauchen eine Notfallevakuierung jetzt!
What she said. Okay, Hunker's fine. Marked as bad. So now he's gonna shoot at her.
This looks a little ugly.
3 damage. It's okay. She's got a lot of health. Stun Lancer moving in. Taking a shot.
I think I'm bleeding.
Oh god, you gotta heal yourself. Okay.
Go medical.
Heal for 4 is pretty good. That sectoid is in a rough spot. Alright, so how are we going to handle this? We could go revival, which will free the panic here. Give us some more options. Grenading or shooting. Let's see, you do 4 to 6 damage. 49% chance to hit him. If we were to grenade him and free up his spots, that would free up the mark, which would be good. So we grenade and blow that up, and then she should be able to finish it with shots. Our rookie could come over here and what if we bring the rookie up here to grenade? And then our ranger can come down here and shoot him. Oh no, she's too far away. I think we might end up using some grenades, like a lot of grenades here. So we gotta get over there in 5 turns and hack. And we still have this damn sector to take care of. Okay, so, we have a 91%. Alright, try it. Get it. Fuck.
Muss mich zusammenreißen.
Welp. Good job.
This is for you.
Kill that guy with a grenade. I was hoping he wouldn't have come to that. 78. We could grenade, but we'll probably damage ourselves in the process when that thing explodes. Deal some damage to him and get him out of full cover. Well, no, because then he'll probably just fall back. Plus, if we grenade this guy, he's got loot, so come down and inside. Here? Why can't you come freaking there? Could do that. That's hyper aggressive though, and I don't feel comfortable doing it. I think I just take this 78% chance here. Why are you guys missing such high percentage shots? Oh god.
Come on!
My sentiments exactly. He's running inside.
Ich brauche hier Unterstützung!
Oh god, how could...
Sie flankieren mich! Alright, that one hurt.
Well, those guys are going to be out for quite a while. Okay. Well.
Orders confirmed. Moving out.
Alright, shit, you know, like a grenade. What'd you do?
Bombs away!
fully blow up his cover. Well, that's super unfortunate. We hit the 61, but we missed the 91 and the 78. Alright, so you're flanked. You can come down here and get a nice flank shot and see where we can go from there.
On your order.
87. Much of the deal damage. Nice. Alright. So you have a 94 up here. Slash still only 88. He's getting a cover bonus, but we've got a good angle, height advantage. So we would lose 20%, but we'd get rid of the high cover. I need to guarantee this kill.
Wechsle Position.
So we're gonna come down here, and he's getting.
Granate unterwegs.
Let's go on a Granada. We lose the stuff, but we're safer.
Menace 1-5. The Advent network is almost entirely locked down. We're running out of time. Get to that terminal.
Alright, so now we need to book it. We need to get our specialist, who's heavily wounded, up in range where she can do that. But I need to send people up there first to make sure they're not going to get shot.
Moving on target location. We've got the objective in sight. Commander, we have confirmation of the exposed access point.
I don't want to send you that far up.
Good to go.
Good to go. Jawohl.
Oh, and now we can see when we can remote hack it. Nice.
On the move. Accessing system.
Alright, so we're guaranteed to get it. Income for the region is increased by 25, and just scanning is increased by 50% for 4 weeks. That's really good, but I don't want to risk the failure. Yeah, we didn't want to get it. Here. Well, that's okay.
Hack the planet.
We've confirmed successful acquisition of the Advent files. Eliminate any remaining hostiles in the area.
Closing on target position now.
You know, as soon as we find them.
Befehl bestätigt.
Alright, we're gonna take a minute. People are gonna reload.
Und weiter geht's.
Let's do this.
Back in. Overwatch.
Now's the risky bit. There's more aliens on the map somewhere. We have no idea where. We have 2 people who are heavily wounded. I think I heal the ranger, and then we'll just keep the specialist back.
Go patch him up.
Let's open that door. Nothing on the other side. Nothing in there. Let's look up top.
Rücke aus.
Well, up top is clear.
I'm on it.
So we can take the roof, which will give us height advantages.
Double time!
Go, go, go. Bestätigt, Überwachung läuft.
You hear that?
Aha, they're back there.
Moving out!
Move people up just a little
Affirmative.
bit.
Moving out. Rücke aus. Heading out. Got it covered.
Got it covered. What was that?
Oh, shit, there they are. Stop destroying our cover.
Yeah, I didn't get it. Advent forces sighted.
That's not a flank. Okay, this is all up here. So I think we set up a killing line.
Roger that. Verstanden. Bin unterwegs.
Heading to that location.
Gonna soften them up with a grenade.
Here, catch.
Oh, and drop them down. $92.90, $194. Take the 100%. Absolutely. Nice.
Feind ausgeschaltet.
And 90%. Nice.
Enemy eliminated.
Status confirmed.
Score.
All hostiles are down and the area is secure. Status confirmed. Mission accomplished.
Alright, Operation Witch Knife hacked the workstation completed. Killed 6 of 6. We took some wounds, unfortunately. So those guys are going to be out for probably quite some time. Successful shot percentage, 77%. We missed some critical ones there. Average enemies killed per turn. 1.6. Damage per attack. Average cover bonus. Dealt the most damage, made the most attacks. Our Squatty and the Kraus. Most under fire is our Squatty, or our Sergeant, our Specialist, who took some nasty hits. And then moved furthest was our Grenadier. Yep, 16 days, 26 days. That's rough. Especially because that's our only specialist. With quantity. Sharpshooter. Great. I need some specialists like that. Some stun lancer corpses, officer corpses, and some secondary corpses. We can now autopsy the stun lancer.
Hello, Commander.
And we got another scientist, which is crucial. Research time reduced by another 25%. So the faceless autopsy is about to be done. We still got 7 days on the GTS. Retrain soldier abilities, so unfortunate. I need to take a quick break, and I'll be right back.
I've warned the crew to stay away from the Advent meat rations. We still don't know what they're putting in that stuff.
And back. So let's keep scanning where we were scanning.
Commander, we've located the site where Big Sky took off from. No immediate signs of activity. Hold on. Might have something. It's a weak signal on an open channel.
Region are of particular concern. All attempts should be made.
Is that Valen? Haven't had any signs of her since we lost HQ. Commander, if there's any chance she or Big Sky are still alive, we have to get down there.
Alright, so that's the next step in the Alien Hunters DLC. I don't want to do that right now. I want to finish this up.
Avenger plotting new course.
I have made a number of interesting discoveries, Commander.
I've often wondered how the aliens could conceive of such a being. Is there another world out there, filled with these shape-shifting creatures? Or are they merely another construct of alien genetic tampering?
Alright, so research from the Faceless now yields the Mimic Beacon, which is vastly improved over the last games. So it generates a holographic decoy to draw enemies' attacks from one turn. It is deployed like a grenade and thrown to a site where the decoy will appear. It also has a health pool, so when they attack it, they can kill it. At this point, we'll take the Stun Lancer autopsy.
The Advent Stun Lancer was apparently outfitted with the intention of serving as a civilian peacekeeping unit within the city centers. Although they are equipped with weapons capable of administering non-lethal blows, recent reports indicate an increasingly aggressive stance taken by these units. The Resistance is slightly more organized than I had imagined based on the rumors. but it still sounds like they'll be relying heavily on us to handle both strategic and tactical engagements with the aliens. Hopefully their network of contacts will, at the very least, provide us with valuable insights into Advent movements and positioning.
Okay. Can I finish this map?
That tower's been rotting away for years, if not decades. We're still picking up power readings, but no signs of life. Still, we know that transmission came from this location. I'm betting somebody's calling this place home.
Commander, if we're sending in a squad, I'd like permission to go along. Whoever sent that message, they know as much about my father's systems as I do, and I want to find out why. I'm the only one who knows what to look for. I should be there.
Setting course for Western United States.
Operation Last Gift. Investigate the facility. We track the signal Rover received to his location. We should get down there and find out what's going on. Not right now. I've got a few days. And I think I would like to go ahead and make contact here. Because that's going to hang on for a little while. Yeah, I definitely don't want to do that right now, because this is super hard. This is pretty hard too. So let's make contact. We need to make contact with them anyway. 3 to 5 days, costs us 30 intel, that's fine.
Commander, we've utilized all of our available communications capacity. We can't establish any new contacts until we upgrade our systems.
Attempting to assess...
Commander, we have a priority message coming through. It looks like an encoded signal from the Resistance. Patching it through to your quarters now.
Hello, Commander. It would seem your recent activities have gotten Advent's attention. Our unwelcome guests are on the move. Advent has been diverting considerable resources and personnel to covert facilities across the globe. The exact details of these operations are highly classified. However, they do have one thing in common. A single word that appears in all their files. Avatar. I believe the black site we had previously uncovered to be but a part of this Avatar project. Based on what we have uncovered so far, its true scope is far greater. This project is being directed from the very top of Advent, from a source I am still unable to determine. All attempts to uncover its identity have met with failure. It is time to take a more direct approach. Though we may not know the exact nature of this Avatar project, we can still disrupt it. We must root out these hidden facilities with the help of local resistance cells, disrupt our enemy's operations, and in the process, uncover the truth. Locate the source of this Avatar project, and then destroy it. Were the enemy to succeed in their efforts, I am certain it would mean the end for us all. I am confident you will take whatever measures necessary to eliminate this threat, Commander.
We're tracking the aliens' progress on this Avatar project here. If they finish what they've started, it sounds like it'll be the end for all of us.
Okay, so this is basically the end game threat tracker, is the Avatar project. So this is going to slowly increase throughout the game. And we're going to see this pop up in a second. Yep, Avatar project. Starts at 3. It goes up to, what is that, 6, 9, 12. So it goes up to 12. And that's going to increase whenever like a new black site shows up or some other stuff happens behind the scenes. So we need to keep a watch on this. There are ways to reduce this, but it's not crucial. Like you've got a lot of time before it goes up. So you can take some time, build up our squads, and go from there. Okay. We can also see on our dark events we've got an estimated 3 weeks before the next retaliation strike, so we can be prepared for that. Let's finish this.
These findings will likely prove crucial to our ongoing efforts, Commander. Although Advent clearly intended for these units to be their means of dealing with any unruly civilians within the city centers, it seems they have come to rely on more brutal means of pacification in the time since.
Alright, so that research lets us build the Arc Blade. When pure kinetic energy is no longer sufficient in the field, the Arc Blade may prove necessary. It boosts the standard sword's combat effectiveness with the addition of an electric field capable of stunning targets that are not killed outright. So that's nice. It's definitely time to go into magnetic weapons.
I foresee a number of valuable applications stemming from this technology. I'll have a report assembled as soon as the research is complete.
Just give the word and I'll get started, Commander.
It's time to start upgrading things, like weapons. We need alien alloys, which we haven't gotten any at all. So this is also a new thing. It says squad upgrade. So as soon as we do this, all of our rangers will instantly have this available. We no longer have to build like individual like laser rifles and stuff for everybody. This is now available to everybody. It's a thing. We need more faceless corpses for this, but this is something that I'm interested in having. Facilities.
We noticed early on that the Avenger has a tendency to dip forward when the power core is under load without the engines engaged. At first I thought maybe it was a stabilizer issue, but now I'm starting to think it's all just part of the alien's grand design. The core itself may not be entirely stable, which would explain why the aliens went through so much trouble to isolate it in the bow.
Okay. GTS is in 3 days, and it's our next thing. Supply drop in 10 days. Mag weapons in 14 days. Resistance group.
New objective added.
Okay, so now that we've opened up New Mexico, we can complete the Advent Black Site
Commander,
mission.
we've established contact with the local resistance and we're ready to move on the alien Black Site on your order. Advent's been keeping this facility a closely guarded secret. We should make sure our troops are ready for a tough fight before we send them out there. I've updated our latest operational objectives, Commander.
Alright, so now that we've added New Mexico...
New regional contacts located.
We can connect down to Brazil. And we can, we've increased our monthly income. It's now up to 250 supplies, which is good, because that'll allow us to save up for, like, magnetic weapons and stuff.
Avenger plotting new course.
I just wanted to see it. It's an investigation mission, so I don't think this is going to lead to an actual deployment. So it's worth scanning here for 3 days.
Commander, we just got word that the Resistance hit an Advent supply line. We have an opportunity to salvage some high-value materials, assuming we can clear out the alien forces guarding the site first.
Alright. So supply rates are good for going and getting a bunch of extra supplies. So Operation Bone Queen is to raid the Advent convoy moving through New Mexico.
Setting course for Sector 8, Mexico.
Who do we have available? A whole lot of nobody. So we're probably going to have to hire some more rookies. That's probably after this mission. Do I want to bring a rookie on this mission is another question. Sharpshooter, Heavy, and Jane Kelly. I think Jane Kelly is going to end up going Blade Master. It's a little early to bank on Blade Master. No, I think she's going to go Phantom. Having somebody concealed to be able to, move around again some more after being revealed. As long as she doesn't, have an Overwatch shot that goes off, is really helpful. So I'm going to take Phantom, and she's going to be our scout. We have nobody for heals, though. So we've only got the one special, so I kind of have to bring a rookie. And, a lot of grenades. And unfortunately, the GTS was almost finished, so we wouldn't be able to. We might have been able to bring a 5th soldier. But that'll be online shortly after this. We'll get a bunch of supplies. We'll probably end up hiring some soldiers. Maybe even an engineer.
Sky range.
Menace, ready to deploy.
I don't want to go too spend heavy because I want
One
to
of our contacts in the Resistance tipped us to an Advent transport they managed to disable when it passed through as part of a larger convoy. Advent security forces are already moving to gather their assets, but we've got a shot at finding something valuable here. We'll have to secure the area, recover the gear, and eliminate any enemy resistance.
Like I was saying before, Central interrupted me. I want us to be able to save some money so that when mag weapons come online, hopefully we can start building some of that. Also spend some money in the GTS. So Operation Bone Queen in the wilderness of New Mexico. Not like New Mexico the state, like Mexico, but New
Menace 1-5. The disabled Advent convoy is just ahead. Engage and eliminate all hostile forces.
Okay, so this layout is something that we see often, where we have this upper lane and this lower lane, and then this stuff is all randomized after. But it's also really good that we start on the high ground. It's unfortunate that we have this position here, which is pretty good, but this would be better because this blocks some line of sight. So
I'm on the move.
Nothing. Go down and up. I don't like that. I liked it when you were going up and around. So
Je fonce.
I'm just gonna move up this line.
I'm all over it. Moving out.
Until we see contact. We have no turn timer, so we can take all the time we need.
I'm on it.
So there's probably a squad out here, but there's also probably something here, and maybe even something further up this way. We brought a lot of grenades, but these stuff right here, like the boxes and the trucks and stuff, we need to try and keep from blowing a bunch of that stuff up, because that's our supplies for this mission. Still nothing.
Copy that. Go, go, go!
Good to go.
Without the introduction of human DNA, these creatures, once operating under the guise of thin men, now show their true form. A purely reptilian species.
No reason for them to hide. The aliens don't need an infiltration unit anymore.
Okay, so now we see this new unit, the Viper. Vipers are wielding heavier weapons. I think they get their first shot at plasma weapons, so they have a 3 to 5 instead of 3 to 4 damage range. They also have the increased aim at 75 and some higher health. They have also got some pretty nasty abilities. So, I would like to... You'll be able to see him from there. You can see, you can't see.
Affirmative. Moving out.
Okay, so... we need to engage them. 95 is good. 86, 86, 87, 84. So I think what might happen is I might overwatch Gregory here, and perhaps Quan open with a grenade. No, I don't want to open with a grenade. You have a 90% though. And leave Jane Kelly to potentially move in for cleanup.
Scanning.
Gonna overwatch those guys. You're gonna take a nice hefty shot on this Viper. Six damage is really good.
We're busted!
Oh, we got some good shots. Oh, that was beautiful.
Target neutralized.
That was just absolutely gorgeous. And Jane Kelly is still concealed because she had that phantom. So she is free reign to move about the cabin. So I'm going to run her up over here and spot out here for us for next turn.
Stepping off.
And there we go.
I got eyes on ADVENTurous.
Oh shit, did they reveal her? Nope. They just wandered into our lane. Okay. So, Jane Kelly is still concealed, and she's far enough back that she's not going to reveal. But she is flanked in case she does anything. The rest of the squad is pretty far away. To do much. And they can't quite move up that much. You could move up here.
Je suis en route.
You can see more people. 66% chance. Might as well take it. Nope. And again, I don't want to use grenades on that stuff if I don't absolutely have to. You could... That would be good, but I can't get you there, unfortunately. 70. We have 61. Yeah, try the sniper shot. Since you're not in any danger, really. And you hit it. It's good.
Target neutralized.
And actually, what I might do is just grenade this guy and his cover to let's see what we can do. Although we don't really have any way to act on it. I mean, yeah, Jane Kelly would have to reveal herself in order to act on it, which I kind of want to hold off on doing. So I think I'm just going to overwatch.
Got it covered.
And then you can send you down here, which won't reveal you. But if they run back, Seal Overwatch.
I'm on it.
See what they do. And mark, which is no good. And then probably take a shot. I should have. It's really bad. Stop it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
We lost one!
Fuck. God damn it. Yeah, we're
Faites-moi
definitely.
sortir de là, par pitié!
So you can shoot that and blow that up. 51 on this guy is not good at all. But you're the only one left that can shoot, so... And you solved the problem. Good job.
Target neutralized.
Alright, now I've lost sight on... He's still behind there. And I've completely lost sight of him.
Heading to that location.
That's the equipment we're after. We'll have to do our best to avoid destroying the gear while we secure the area.
Alright, slash a 3 to 5, which wouldn't kill. The weapon shot 4 to 6. 80%. Again, I don't have anybody to follow up on it. So I think I'm just gonna overwatch.
Scanning.
And wait for him to move. Oh, good, he double moved. That's excellent. Gotta reload.
I'm ready.
63. Oh, you can only fire your pistol now, because the first action wasn't to shoot your sniper rifle. None of those flank. So I think it's time for Jane Kelly to do her thing. Let's see if he can hit him with a pistol. 2 damage. That's pretty good. I believe that puts him in range. Yep, 4, which means Jane Kelly can absolutely kill him with a shotgun.
On my way. They're onto me.
Good night, sir. Best to kill him, my grenadier.
Taken care of.
Tout de suite.
Moving to designated coordinates. Advent forces on the ground.
We've lost our grenadier. Which is really bad. You have a flank shot on somebody. Well, you should take that.
Cible liquidée. Je vais me retrouver à court de munitions.
Yes, I know you're almost out of ammunition. I'm gonna run Jane Kelly back.
Good copy. Moving on target.
You don't have any shots.
Moving to designated position.
Still don't have any shots. Oh, because nobody has line of sight. need a spot for that Viper.
Bien compris, j'y vais.
He's right there. Which means Jane Kelly can take care of this trooper.
Moving to position.
We knocked him back. And he was right there with the leads.
Hostiles pacified. Looks like something over here.
Peter.
Got something new.
Okay. So you're not flanked anymore. And you have a good flank shot on him. So I'm gonna put you on Overwatch.
Affirmative, covering now.
It sounds like this guy might come up. You take that shot. 3 damage is okay. I was hoping you would do more in crit.
J'ai plus rien.
So what are you gonna do, Mr. Viper? You're gonna come up. Oh, get him. Get him. Oh, that was beautiful. Nice save.
Got him.
Status confirmed. All hostiles are down and the area is secure. Status confirmed. Mission accomplished.
Operation Bone Queen, supply raid. We lost somebody. We did a bunch more damage because our sniper did some work. Average shot percentage went up. Average enemies killed per turn. Pretty good. Dealt the most damage. Our sniper made the most attacks. Our rookie. Most under fire. Our grenadier. I hate to lose corporal though at this point in the game. And then Jane Kelly ran around a bunch. So we need more soldiers, is what I need. Corporal Hudson killed in action. Everybody else got a promotion. What did our rookie turn into? Specialists. Thank you, I needed another specialist. Jane Kelly. Shadow Strike. While concealed, gain plus 25 bonus aim and plus 25 bonus critical hit when attacking enemies. Or Shadow Step. This soldier does not trigger Overwatch or reaction fire. This is the old lightning reflexes. Which is great for somebody who's going Blade Master, but it's also okay for somebody going Phantom. They would just have to reveal themselves for that to work. Because if they're still stealth, they're not going to be seen anyway. But this is crucial for like clearing Overwatches and stuff. Although I'll have to research that though, because I don't know if that range with Shadow Step will not trigger Overwatch shots or suppression fire, but they will be unable to draw Overwatch fire. Okay. So, it's not like lightning reflexes. They can still move and not trigger the Overwatch, but the people will still be in Overwatch. So, less useful unless you're going like down the Blade Master route so you can run and do stuff. So since she's our Phantom, I'm gonna go Shadow Strike with her. For that sweet plus 25% aim and crit. And then our Sniper. This is where we start to see how the Sniper versus Gunslinger really differentiates. There's Long Watch, which allows Overwatch to trigger with squad sights, so you can basically sit them back somewhere with good lines of sights and just kind of hang out there for the entire mission. Or Return Fire. When targeted by enemy fire, automatically fire back with your pistol once per turn. So Gunslingers with their short range and their pistol are going to be up in the thick of fights, the thick of battle. So there's a chance that they'll get shot at, and being able to just get some free damage potentially with return fire is awesome. I love Gunslingers. I don't know if I said this before. I'm pretty sure I did, like at the very beginning, but my Gunslinger in my first playthrough did a ton of work. I'm pretty sure he was out damaging most of the other people in my squad. So, Corporal Quan, you are probably going to be my first gunslinger, because that's just so much better than, you know, having somebody sit way back, especially on a lot of these missions where you need to move. Long Watch is less useful, so we're going to go gunslinger for him. So we picked up a repeater, we picked up some corpses, we picked up some alloys, some Delirium crystals, and a bunch of supplies. Great. And we can now do a Viper autopsy. So, first things first. Engineering.
What can I do for you, Commander?
Build items. Weapons. Arc blade. 90 supplies. I'm okay with that. Let's see what else we can do.
I should see if any of the troops have been keeping count on alien kills. Might be a useful recruiting tool.
We've done what we can to honor our fallen soldiers, Commander. It's not much, but it gives our people a chance to pay their respects.
Okay, so the memorial is also a bar where they get to hang out. And we have this new memorial wall where we can see who was lost. So the two from Gatecrasher, that was given. The one from Moonwalker, which I believe was our first mission after. That sucked. And then Stephanie Hudson, who we just lost. She was on there for a month. She was lost to a stupid Advent trooper. This is also new. If you had somebody who like just showed up and did really amazing, you can add them to your character pool so they'll show up later. You can also give them an epitaph. Alright. Let's see. Recruit. So here's where we can spend 25 supplies to recruit rookies. Or...
You've done a hell of a job keeping this ship together, Doctor.
It's all we've got. And I know the aliens aren't happy about losing one of their own.
I doubt they thought anyone could get this heap airborne again.
I'm more than happy to prove them wrong.
What I think what I want to do... Ooh, we can now investigate for the black market. Is... Finish
Avenger
this up.
plotting
This is
new
like
course.
smidgens away from being done.
Guerrilla Tactics School now operational.
Alright, so now we don't have to take rookies on missions anymore. We don't have any rookies, though. And this is the new combat tactics. So, we have a lot of stuff that requires higher levels, and also specific to each class, but they all require captain ranks. So, let's see, Vulture. Enemies drop an additional item with every timed loot drop. So, instead of dropping 1, they would drop 2. Instead of dropping 2, they would drop 3. Lightning Strike. Units gain +3 mobility for the first 2 turns of battle while the squad remains concealed. This is really good for those timed missions where we need to move to get people into position. Wet Work is really good. +25 experience gained from kills. Squad size. That's absolutely no-brainer for 50 supplies. I'll purchase that right away. Which means I need some people. Which means I am going to finish this up.
There are a number of unusual energy signatures permeating this area, Commander. I'm seeing power fluctuations, intense heat, some psionic activity, all signs of a possible conflict. We should move quickly.
Commander, you and I both know what Valen meant to our operation. She was our chief scientist, one of our most valuable assets. With your permission, I'd like to lead this operation personally. I was able to get you out of Advent's clutches. Maybe I can do the same for her.
I'm not going to investigate that. I'm actually going to head
Setting
back to
course
Resistance
for
HQ.
Sector 9, Western
Those came
United
up really,
States.
really early. Okay.
Welcome, Commander.
So we have some resistance goods. So you can purchase once per month with some supplies a bonus that you can get while scanning at the HQ. And you can only have one going at a time. So you can either go medical assistance to help people recover from injuries faster, and you can also go rapid construction. These will change month to month to month. So this will help people build things faster. For 180 supplies, we get a corporal sharpshooter. Since we just lost a corporal. I don't think that's worth it. 175 supplies for another engineer. I don't think that's worth it either. I think instead I'm going to hire a couple of recruits.
Commander, I appreciate you recruiting new staff for the engineering team, but as it stands, we have people still waiting for an assignment. We can have them working on construction, excavation, or staffing a facility.
Forgot to reassign her. Let's recruit some people. Oh, that guy's got an Advent helmet on. I'll take him. I need some more. Take 10. And I'll take Ricci here. Alright, GTS. Yes, Miguel Gomez can undergo specialized training at the Guerrilla Tactics School, studying to become a squattee of a specific class, but they will be unavailable for combat during the training process. Yes. I need a grenadier to replace what I had, and I need another specialist. I'm gonna go specialist. And then I might also go wet work, but I have to, I'll do that right before the next mission. Let's go down
Avenger
here.
plotting new course.
Check out the black market. Am I researching something? Yes, magnetic weapons. Alright, so the black market is now available. The black market is a replacement for the, I guess it was the gray market before. It gives you the ability to buy things, but it costs intel. So we can buy alloys, crystals, PCSs, personal combat sims, which I forgot to talk about. I realized you can buy supplies. You can also recruit scientists, engineers, and soldiers. Like, what's the last one? Soldiers. You can also purchase rush research. So you would pay intel, and you would cut the current research being done for this particular thing by half. So if we wanted to rush for psionics, you could spend 60 intel, cut that time in half, and then go into that. You would still have to pay for whatever cost it would to research it, but you can rush it if you need to. You can also sell things that you don't need in order to make money. Like, if you really need some money, you could sell this Advent data pad. And that changes every once in a while. They're very interested in some things, so they'll pay more. So if they're very interested in this, it's $18 instead of, like, you know, 8 or 9. As it is, I don't think, I mean, 72 is pretty good, because I don't think we get very much intel from researching this, and we're going to pick up a few of these. So yeah, if you do the research on the Advent datapad, it just gives you some intel. That's all it is. It doesn't give you anything extra. And I think right now I need the supplies, so I'm willing to sell that. Magazine I'm going to keep. Stun Lancer I'm going to keep. So that's going to allow me to do some other stuff. Like, what am I going to do? Engineering.
Hey, Commander.
Like perhaps the arc blade for 90 supplies. No, I'm going to do instead. I'm going to do the wet work. If you can trade up faster. Now that I have the supplies. Unfortunately, things are scanned out, so we're going to head back
course for the Western U.S.
HQ
precinct.
again and do scans there. Alright, so this soldier is now a specialist. Okay, so personal combat sims. What they are is they have this extra slot that you can slot something in to give some, like, training. So, this PCS for speed adds 1 mobility to this particular soldier. They are replaceable, but you lose out on the PCS that you've already put in there. So if we give him +1 mobility, if we want to give him something else later, we would lose whatever mobility is there. GTS train Ben is going to be my grenadier, since I just lost him. Head back and scan, get some intel.
Got an urgent communication coming in for you now, Commander.
You have made considerable progress against the aliens over the past month, Commander. I hope that your ongoing efforts will only lead to further success.
Alright. So this is our monthly report for April 12th. The avatar progress has gone up by 3, because, you know, it always goes up by 3. I think it goes up a little bit more on the higher difficulties. Like, I think if you go to the top one, it starts at like 5 or 6, just to put that extra pressure on you. We completed 1 guerrilla ops, we completed 1 supply raid, we contacted 2 regions, and we investigated 2 resistance rumors, and we should have 225 credits waiting for us somewhere. Okay. So these are the dark events coming up in the next month cycle. So we still have the alien cipher. I'm not worried about this. XCOM, hunt XCOM, UFO hunting the Avenger. Yes, we super need to counter that. We are not ready for a UFO to hunt the Avenger. And then there's a hidden one that we know nothing about. You can spend 20 intel to figure out what it is and figure out if it's something that you need to counter, or like you need to counter more than this. And I don't need the intel right now, so I'm going to go ahead and reveal it. Aliens improve their threat response procedures, guaranteeing reinforcements on all guerrilla ops for a month. That's pretty bad, but that's worse. And our supply drop is available.
Avenger plotting new course.
Incoming mission. Operation Dismal Omen. Rescue a VIP from an Advent cell. Give us a second engineer. Engineers are friggin' like diamond gold worth your weight in everything in the early game, because they allow you to build stuff and rush things. So with a second engineer, we could be clearing out a second space. We could be staffing one of the buildings that we already have. So we're probably going to go
Setting course for Sector 9, Western United States.
Alright, so now we have 5, potentially go up to 6. I don't need 2 snipers. Instead, I'm going to take a second specialist. Squatty, sergeant, corporal. Okay. You are gonna get medkits. I would like to build a second medkit, actually. Give you a medkit. I think that's all I want to use right now. I need some grenades, and I need to keep people alive too, because I need these squaddies to rank up. But now that we've got plus 25% to kills, hopefully they'll rank up a little bit faster, especially the squaddies. So, new veteran customizations available. Okay, so since she's reached a new rank, she has more soldier customizations available. I think I'm going to give her the +1 mobility because she has the shotgun and needs to get into range. Okay, so we got some new stuff. Advanced autoloader gives free reloads. Advanced shot, do miss damage, increase crit chance, expand magazine. The repeater has a 5% chance to instantaneously kill a target when you hit them, regardless of the remaining HP. So if they have 50 HP, there's a 5% chance that your measly little shotgun that deals 46 damage could kill them. It's pretty good. I think I put it on somebody at the very beginning of the game thinking, oh yeah, that'll, that 5% chance will tick. I did, it was once the whole game. Just once, that was it. But I need to start putting some of these on soldiers to help make them better. So, you are my gunslinger. So I think I need you to have better aim. Because I need you killing things. Yes. Jane Kelly, I want to give you something. Not just yet. For some reason, controller buttons have showed up. Unfortunately, I lost my shredder gunner. Which means Sugar Shock here is going to have to go. I want to give her the advanced stock just to guarantee some damage, but I want to do that after she gets I just talked about it. Shredder. Oh my god. My brain's starting to go. So, this is what we're going to do. I'm actually going to end the stream here, because my brain's starting to go. And we'll pick it up right here next time. Going right into this mission. So I want to thank you guys for showing up. Thank you guys for watching. It really means a lot to me. Please go ahead and hit that like button if you guys liked it. Leave me a comment if you want to give me tips. You want to tell me what you like, what you dislike. I want to hear back from you guys. You can also follow me on Twitter. The description, or the link is down in the description. And if you guys are new here, I encourage you to hit the subscribe button and then hit the little notification bell so you're notified when I go live for future live streams. And until next time, keep fighting those aliens.